Hola, yo soy Troy Athens y con me is Scotch Hagai for this
Hola.
for this GSA 90% league race between Dangers and LilKirbs.
Dangers rocking that purple hair, man. Looking fresh. LilKirbs in the dark, but pretty important race here.
Yeah.
League standings.
Yes, we got Dangers in 9th place at 357 and LilKirbs in 8th at 414. It's very important because 8th place is that cutoff for who gets into playoffs. So you want to be able to secure that spot in order to make sure that you are going to be moving on to the next round. This being the only 2 races left for these players, including this one. It's very important that they get as many points as possible in order to get their chance at that spot.
Now, it's to note that Dangers not only needs a win, but he needs about 2 to 3 minutes of time over LilKirbs in this race to claim that 8th spot. LilKirbs with 414 and Dangers with 357. He gets 60 points, but if LilKirbs is right behind him in that finish, he grabs 30 and he holds that 8th place.
Yeah, so very important for these runners to get a good race time in here, and if Dangers is to take it, we're to get a good lead as well. So it's going to be a hard battle for Dangers, but I believe he could pull it out with the right circumstances. I don't know what you're talking about. My Spanish skills suck.
Dangers with the quicker capture there. See how these vectors go. Pretty much in sync at this point.
Tengo practicado mucho para español.
LilKirbs missing the jump, and Dangers having trouble with that left side. LilKirbs also having trouble with the left side, though. Several mistakes.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite some distance behind for LilKirbs. Danger's gonna be taking that lead pretty easy, which is a pretty substantial one considering we're just in Cap Kingdom right now.
Well, a very, very interesting start to this one. Couple of mistakes on both sides of the screen. LilKirbs with the more detrimental ones.
Yeah, 2:21 y 2:29. So 8 seconds of difference between the 2 players. Numbers are easy.
Here we go with Cascade. Story Moon, pretty straightforward. No difficulties here.
For an 8-second difference to be developed already in the first kingdom is huge to be seeing. Unfortunate for LilKirbs that he's going to be that far behind already.
Yeah, typically you're seeing maybe a 2 to 3 second difference between runners just based off of movement, but for it to be so close to 10 seconds, 8 seconds worth of difference out of cap, it's pretty substantial.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stop with Spanish because it keeps just revealing how white I am.
Oh, Dangers missing the trampoline, knocking a chain chomp away, and just barely getting into this fight with Mad and Brutal.
Yeah. That was so risky. Luckily able to get in there and gonna be able to keep the lead. Just shows how much time Dangers had in terms of a lead right there, that Dangers messed up that much with the T-Rex skip and was still able to keep the lead afterwards. It is much closer now, but it really is anyone's game out of Cascade right now. The lead could switch just from the last moon in Cascade. Like, it's close enough for that to be a possibility.
Well, I suspect that both these guys are going to avoid the chest clip and play it safe. But I have been proven wrong before, so we'll see what these guys go for.
With Dangers, I've definitely seen it be more of just how he's feeling today, and with how he just formed that T-Rex skip, that probably isn't going to help his confidence too much. So, yep, going right on to the top of the hill to get that moon. LilKirbs going to go for it, though. If he's able to pull this off, this might give him the lead. He did pull it off, but didn't get the lead, but he's so close now. That has to be maybe a second between the two players.
Yeah, probably making up about a half a second to a second just based off of getting that chest clip. Sand Kingdom should be interesting.
541 and a low 543. So looking at 1 to 2 seconds. Closer to 2, but not exactly.
Plenty of game left to be played.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting start, though. Probably one of the most interesting starts.
Danger's getting a
so
much
far.
faster action guide skip there. Gonna allow him to increase that lead just a little bit. Typically, you don't think about that too much, but when you're this close, it can definitely make an impact. Beginning of the kingdom going smoothly so far for both players. Oh, Danger's having a little bit of trouble picking up the seed moon, but LilKirbs pretty much matching in terms of spaghetti there.
Yeah, and then the bonk heading into the shop from LilKirbs. So, Danger's slowly but surely getting more of that lead back.
Oh! LilKirbs having to adjust for that ground pound on the Dune Moon. And now some tight movement here for the Sand Dram. Able to get it, also setting up for the single build. LilKirbs doing the same. Oh! Danger's just too short with that bullet bill and not going to be able to get that moon on the pillar. And so is going to have to go for a different moon here, actually. Going to have to take this one underneath the sand. This is losing a lot of time for Dangers. So with that, LilKirbs is going to be having a pretty good lead. Oh, Danger's missing Jaxie skip! What? So much more time, and you're going to be sent so far back with that, all the way over to the shop moon. And there is no real backup in the route, really. Danger's just leaking so much time right now in Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, this is a tough one for him. We talked about him being in a situation before the race where he needs plenty of time over LilKirbs to be able to grab that 8th spot, but now very, very far behind.
Yeah, LilKirbs already working through the end of Kingdom cutscene, while Dangers is just starting out that Oasis. 10:32 on that split for Kirbs. Danger's messing up a lot with that music note moon. Luckily, that is a very lenient moon, so it didn't have any trouble with getting into the timer. But still, hugely painful to see. This is over 30 seconds of a lead for LilKirbs out of Sand Kingdom. This is another pre-recorded race, actually. But we are live, just like before. We are live, seeing this for the first time, just like you guys are.
LilKirbs getting late clip, having to reset up for it, but all good, getting that done. Dangers just now heading into Lake, though.
Damn it, it's out of my vocab. I don't know those ones. I don't know all those words. I'm trying to read that Spanish and I can't do it.
Here we go, Danger setting up for his Lake clip here in just a moment.
If I had to guess, it had probably something to do with why they got different moons, and from what that is the right question, the answer to that would be that Dangers unfortunately was not able to get the bullet bill capture correctly to get one of the moons, so he had to go for another strategy. Seems that I had the wrong answer there, given that the answer what just gave in chat is completely different. But I tried.
13:03 globe there from LilKirbs. And Dangers is just now grabbing this moon here.
Oh, they're talking about all moons. Okay. Okay. We're good. Now I understand. He was asking it about getting all of the moons in the game. Yeah, there are a lot of moons in this game. 880 unique moons in this game. So it would take a lot of time to get all of those. We just want to beat the game.
And Danger's looking to be about a minute behind. Still early in the race, so plenty of time to make up that time. But LilKirbs now in Wooded. We're not going to see a tree route from LilKirbs, so we will be seeing the Story Moon grabbed with the Piranha Plant. Setting up for Nut Clip now. And he gets out of bounds. Just needs to make sure to grab this one.
To not end up getting back inbounds by accident there. And now getting inbounds. Oh, and rolling on the rail. That's a little bit of a time save there. So, cool to see that movement, as that actually is some very tight movement to be doing. It's only a thin piece of rail to be rolling on.
Dangers going for the tree route, so he will be skipping over the Story Moon. Could potentially save some time over LilKirbs here, as long as he is optimal.
Yeah, I believe it actually saves around a second. So not going to be a huge amount of time saved from it, but it could, you know, there are definitely some, yeah, definitely a lot of places in Wooded there that could cost a lot of time for players. So
Dangerous
I don't know. It could could shrink at the end of this kingdom. I definitely could see it happen.
He's got to start somewhere with this time save, so started it right there. LilKirbs making his way though. Haven't seen any mistakes so far here. Both players playing optimally.
LilKirbs is going to be able to jump down from the Spewer fight, and now just going to be working through these final 3 moons. Dangers with the Flower Road skip, able to pull off the triple jump. Looking good.
Looked like Dangers had a little bit of trouble breaking that nut over by the Piranha Plant, but just based off his reaction, but no problems at all getting on over here. LilKirbs in the sewers, finishing this up, needing to grab this last moon.
Okay, LilKirbs is going to be moving into this Cloud Kingdom fight. Oh, Danger's not going to be able to get through the sewer cycle correctly. Gonna just damage boost through those fuzzies.
Those fuzzies giving him a problem. Not sure what happened with that cycle for him, but he's needing to get back time, not lose more.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the early mistakes, the LilKirbs playing very, very well. Having a good Bowser fight. Not picking up that hint art, so we'll see him pick up the hint art in Metro.
Yeah, the trick to get the hint art in this kingdom is very tight, so you typically don't see it a lot from. You only really see it from the. Yeah, pretty much the people who are 50, like the 59 3x and below, are pretty much the only ones who go for it in their runs at this point. Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
Meme tree from LilKirbs. Very nice. Oh, not that first round pound. Danger's going for the hint art.
I'm eating my words right now. As Danger's player who still has yet to get the sub-hour one day, please. He's going for the hint art and pulls it off without a hitch. That's going to be able to save him a couple seconds in Metro Kingdom.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about here. You know, he needs to be taking all those opportunities to save time where he can. Bonk from LilKirbs in a pretty easy section, unfortunately. Danger's meme tree, just fine. LilKirbs getting this done. So other than the slight bonk from LilKirbs, pretty flawless. Danger's a little faster through that section. Getting caught up there in that little kind of alcove, but not too big a deal. LilKirbs now in Night Metro.
Danger's finishing up Lost Kingdom again, the cage triple, and now going underneath that bridge. Oh, LilKirbs taking a little bit of a bonk on the way to the City Hall. Yeah, having a lot of movement mess-ups right now.
Yeah, these are mistakes that Dangers is really wanting and needing now.
Yeah, given the 1 minute difference between the two players.
And these mistakes can really start to compile on themselves. Another small mistake there from LilKirbs, not being optimal there.
Okay, Curbs finishing up the inside of City Hall. Gonna be heading over to that Mecha Wiggler fight.
Danger's much more optimal through that section.
Ooh, Curbs with another bong. Yeah, you are saying that, like you said, there is definitely some better movement going on from Dangers right now, but it's gonna take a lot of movement errors from LilKirbs to close that gap for Dangers.
Yeah, the question is 35 minutes enough time for Curbs to continue to make small minor mistakes, or is it gonna take a major mistake from him for Dangers to catch up? But Curbs in this Mecha Wiggler fight, second phase. Really nice shots regardless of the pattern. Danger's taking care of this second cycle. And now getting these shots out. Oh, able to move along with the Mecha Wiggler, not having to take any extra shots. So once again, a little bit more optimal. LilKirbs with the drive-by. With the scoot clip bonks. More bonks.
Oh! Yeah, he is losing this lead just little by little, but it's only really amounting to, I'd say, around 10 seconds at this point, and so with that 1 minute gap that we had at the end of Lost Kingdom, 10 seconds isn't going to be enough just to do it for him just yet.
More bonks from LilKirbs. I think we're up to now like 5 or 6 unnecessary bonks. I mean, every bonk is unnecessary, really, but just kind of strange what we're seeing from LilKirbs. Dangers, scoot clip, drive by as well, and LilKirbs not able to get slots done first try, so more mistakes. So many opportunities for Dangers to make up time here in Metro now. And he's been able to capitalize on most of them so far.
Oh! Dangers not able to get that capture on the pole right away. But it's fine. LilKirbs now working on the bullet building route. Able to get that capture. Dangers starting up the... Dangers starting up their bullet building as well. Okay, Danger's also able to pull off the bullet building. And there's LilKirbs ground pounding into that hint heart. That is the little bit of time that Curves has to spend getting that hint art, where Dangers won't have to do that because he already got a hint art in Cloud Kingdom earlier.
People's room taken care of from LilKirbs, just needing to grab this one. Up on the scaffolding, and Dangers. Uh-oh, Dangers diving, major mistake here. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is not good. And just like that, all those mistakes that LilKirbs made throughout Metro kind of just all equalized by that. And more mistakes here from Dangers. It's, you know, this is tough.
Yeah, this end of Metro just not working out right now for him. He's just not able to stay, you know, keep that level head for long enough in order to, like, you know, just keep getting, like, a smooth run.
Well, it's tough because, you know, he had so many opportunities given to him. As long as he had kept everything pretty clean, you know, not necessarily needing to be optimal, just keeping it clean, he would have been fine. But, you know, that one mistake. LilKirbs into Snow Kingdom now. Dangers will be following behind. Big thing here is Snowdram.
Sorry about that.
See if LilKirbs
Or
goes
just
for this.
dehydrated while commentating. LilKirbs not able to get the snow clip. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No worries. Again, that clip only saves about a second, so even if Dangers goes for it and gets it, it's only a second that he can take away from LilKirbs. But again, at this point, he needs to be going for everything.
LilKirbs gonna be getting the optimal spiny RNG there at the end of that Typhoon room. Danger's gonna be able to pull off that snow clip.
Not entirely optimal with those spiky guys.
Yeah, but it's not anything you can really control.
It's kind of unfortunate on Danger's side. LilKirbs, though, heading to the shop. Snowdram up next, though. Really, some say the toughest part of the run.
Yeah. Messing up on this trick can lose you up to 15 seconds.
Let's see what LilKirbs goes for here.
Going for that quick setup. Good on that vector. See if you can get the distance. Oh, and it's gonna bonk! And there is that 15-second time loss that is happening for LilKirbs.
Now, here's the thing. Danger's a huge opportunity here to make up a ton of time, a very large chunk of time. And LilKirbs, fortunately, not losing any more than necessary, but Danger's needing to claim the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely going to be able to, definitely needs to take advantage of the situation that he is being given. Only going to be getting a few more chances like this in this race.
I mean, that's pretty much the biggest chance he's going to get this whole race, really, unless LilKirbs takes a substantial death in Luncheon. Really, this is it.
Bit of a slower setup, making sure here. And is able to make it up there in the first try, saving the time over LilKirbs.
I mean, that's hugely important for this race. I mean, it's a big momentum boost for Dangers, huge for the confidence, and LilKirbs, missing it. Don't know if he's watching, but if he is. That's gonna affect him. Already having trouble with that cliff movement.
I see people in the chat hoping here, rooting for the what seems to be the underdog right now with Dangers. Everyone likes a good underdog story. Personally, I said it with many races. I'd always just look for what could be the most interesting, the most entertaining race that could possibly happen. And so for me, of course, I would love to see Dangers catch up. But I'm just gonna keep commentating and see what happens.
I mean, this is, you said it earlier, this is the most important race of the day. I mean, and this is as important as it gets, really. You know, we talk about, Mitch going against Tyrone or whatever, but really, this last spot, this 8th place spot, Danger's having trouble with this cliff side. This 8th place spot is so important because it's either you're in or you're out of the playoffs. So, again, Danger's trying so hard. LilKirbs setting up for fish clip. Gets it first try. The easiest clip of the game, but we have seen people mess it up.
Yeah. Thing is, if you mess it up, it's not that huge of a time loss. So all you gotta do is uncapture and recapture the cheap, and you're good. And I'm gonna look at the time difference coming out of Seaside here, just so we can get a good idea going into Luncheon. So LilKirbs gonna be splitting at 38-16, very high 38-16, almost 38-17. Oh, Danger's having a little bit of trouble getting that moon out of while being out of bounds. And gonna clip back inbounds!
No. I mean, this is gonna negate that whole snowdram thing.
Yeah, almost completely.
So for those of you who might not have seen what happened, he had trouble grabbing that first moon out of bounds with the fish clip. And then when he tried to re-grab for it, just got a little too close and clips back in bounds.
Yeah, you want to remain out of bounds while getting that moon, so that you can then just go right into the loadings. So it's still under a minute difference between the two players, but got a lot of ground for Dangers to make up.
I mean, like I said, he has to have something pretty significant happen here in Luncheon. Because this is really the last place where a super significant mistake can be made and lose a ton of time. Maybe the Mecha Brutal fight, but really even there, you can pretty easily recover and not lose too much time. Oh no.
Oh, Dangers having a little bit of trouble in the Spewart fight right now. That rectangle, it can get you sometimes.
Oh no.
Yeah,
More
timing's
problems.
just completely off right now for him. Able to get the third hit, which is fine. But Dangers is not happy with that at all. From what I could tell with what he was saying with his hand signals, I think he was saying that is it. Like that, Dangers seems to have pretty much lost hope of winning this one. But of course, we're gonna. I feel like chat is gonna keep rooting for it to happen.
LilKirbs into forks. Very well done. LilKirbs heading on over to this pan bro. Gonna be breaking up some cheese.
Ooh, taking a lot of time to reveal that left.
Oh man, that is not optimal at all.
No, it is not.
That's not how you want to do it. You really just want to take your time and throw one pan at a time, because the way that they aggro over to the cheese blocks is kind of odd if you just throw it as fast as you can.
Okay, Danger's working through the forks room. Pulling it off without a hitch, just gotta jump on back. Okay, Kirbs finishing out Luncheon Kingdom.
Danger's not being optimal with that cheese either, but maybe a little bit better than LilKirbs through that section.
Yeah, certainly was going to be was able to be faster than Curbs on the cheese.
But LilKirbs heading out of Luncheon now. Ruined Kingdom up on the docket for LilKirbs. As LilKirbs takes on the Lord of Lightning. Danger's a little over a minute behind. A couple of reminders for y'all. Exclamation point schedule. To see the full schedule of everything that GSA has going on. All of our leagues are in full swing. Every day is scheduled. So make sure to check that out to see what you want to watch, who you want to watch, and when they're going to be racing. Exclamation point bracket to see where all your favorite runners are at, how many points they have, and where they are in the league standings. Exclamation point merch for our merch, shirts, hoodies, fresh, clean looks. Exclamation point YT and exclamation point YouTube for the YouTube channel. Reruns are posted there if you missed a run or if you just want to rewatch a run, all there on the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. Then we've got Onyx, exclamation point Onyx, free games you can play, Golf Clash being one of them. Get some points playing that. 500 Onyx points gets you a free sub, and you can check in every 12 hours to regain some points. And then, of course, big thing going on in November is the GSA Legends. We're teaming up with BTS Studios. It's for a live event out in California in November. If you're able to go, tickets, make sure to check out tickets, exclamation point Legends. If you're not able to go, it will be broadcasted live on the BTS Studios Twitch channel. Danger's making the Goomba dance.
As a toad.
Or the toad dance.
It's fine. Yeah, Danger's doing his best to keep a level head and just finish up the run.
LilKirbs heading into Bowser's as Dangerous is finishing up here in Ruined. With this lead, I'm not sure if Dangerous has the ability to make up that time anymore, but LilKirbs will hold on to that 8th spot. Maybe even jumping into 7th.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, staying up there in playoff standings.
Curbs now working on the shards. Looking to do the classic shards movement here. Dangerous just starting out the kingdom. Has to get the first story moon. Well, Curbs is on there. Second moon.
LilKirbs gonna be grabbing this moon over here real quick.
Oh, okay.
Seen that a couple times today.
Yeah, thankfully the dram does save you from a lot of situations. You know, that's basically what you're setting up for here.
What?
Getting a lot of missed
What
dives.
is happening right now on LilKirbs' side?
I don't know. And yeah, like I said, because of the way this works out, your cap is already right by the capture. So if you miss a dive, you can just capture. You know, you can just do a homing capture onto the pylon to save yourself. But you know, you typically don't mess up the dive at the start. If anything, it's the movement afterwards, you know, that can be kind of tight. You know, you're fighting. You know, you're racing against the timer that is how long you can hold Cappy out like that.
Well, Curbs having some issues here in Bowser's. Harriet giving some problems. And LilKirbs will head over to Topper now. Danger's a little bit quicker through that section once again. So making up a little bit of time. See how his Harriet fight goes in comparison to LilKirbs. But LilKirbs getting done with Topper just like that. So far, so good from Dangers.
Yeah, Curbs just looking to climb up the tower after getting the crates moon. Danger's getting the last hit onto Topper.
Two very, very good fights on Danger's side. Curbs making his way up with Pokio.
Curves just got to make sure that he gets a good Mecha Brutal fight, and he should be home free.
Yeah, this is really the last spot where Curbs can really mess up massively. I mean, other than taking a death in that end sequence with Bowser. That's pretty much it. He's pretty much home free, like you said. Oh, but Danger's taking a bonk here before grabbing the Pokio. Not too bad, fortunately.
Kirbs.
Kirbs.
Not getting target acquired. Okay. Saves it, though, is able to get that final hit. Didn't lose too much time there.
Yeah, kind of weird there from Kirbs. Not really sure what happened there.
Don't think I'd be able to fully tell you with confidence exactly what happened. Oh! Danger's not going to be able to get target acquired either, and messing up with significant more time, much more significant time loss here. Having to wait out a good amount of the cycle in order to climb back up. Gonna wait for the Pokio even.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate. Once again, a spot where he could have made up a ton of time, and even he's saying, "What the heck, man?" That's been the story, though. Really, this whole race, LilKirbs making a major mistake, and Danger's just not able to capitalize on it. I mean, with the number of times that LilKirbs made mistakes, surely Danger's would have had the lead by now if he had been able to just stay clean. Into Moon Kingdom now. Major strat here is that Moon Cave skip. Vectors here from LilKirbs. Oh, having trouble with this wall kicks. Having to go for a third try. Playing it safe. Really just movement towards this Bowser fight apart. About a minute and a half. LilKirbs in this fight now.
Okay, Danger pulling off the Moon Cave skip.
First try Moon Cave skip for Danger's, saving a little bit of time there. Oh, LilKirbs into the final sequence now. Again, only thing really now for Dangers to hope for is LilKirbs taking a death, but it's very unlikely. So LilKirbs going to be walking away with a very nice win. Holding on to that playoff spot. Dangers finishing up Bowser here. LilKirbs looking at a low 101. Nice fireballs to start. Gets that first pillar done.
Dangers approaching the 2D section now. LilKirbs finishing it out. Looking to get a 101.20 about 101.19 actually.
Dangers has 30 points to grab. Every 10 seconds he's losing a point.
Mm-hmm.
And succeeding that back to LilKirbs. Meteor is getting in his way, unfortunately. Taking a little bit of damage there. Finishing up with a 102. Is it going to be a 29? It will be. So Dangers grabbing 24 points. And LilKirbs with 66. All love to Dangers regardless of the loss. LilKirbs, big GG's to him. That'll be it for us for this race. Unfortunately, this one was pre-recorded. But stick around. We've got Chaos Pringle versus MeWe coming up in about 10 minutes. But that'll be it for us. Troy Vathens, thank you so much for joining me in the booth.
Of course.
All right, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment with some more Super Mario Odyssey action.